mat Pilates today. Class should be about 45-50 minutes, I'm guessing somewhere around there. You can say hi one more time. Say hi. Okay. So 45-50 minutes, somewhere around there. We'll start with a simple warm-up like we just did on our last class, just a few roll downs and some plies and a little bit of side flexion to warm up the spine. We'll work through a whole series. I am not really going to use my mat today. You are welcome to have a mat nearby. We are going to be doing some teaser work, so if that's more comfortable for you when we get into that position to have a mat or a rug or a carpet nearby, then that's great. But mine's just on the side there. So today's workout, you are going to need a small towel, okay, small towel, something like this, just so that you can use it as a slider if you're on hard floor, okay? If you're on carpet, grab a paper plate instead. You only need one. We're gonna do single leg work, so one at a time. We are gonna be sitting in a mermaid position. A lot of times that's tough for tight hip flexors. So if you have tight hips, grab a throw pillow, something like this that you can sit on that's going to raise you up off the floor a little bit and give a little bit more accessibility into the movement. Okay, so I just want to show you that. Mine's on this side. I'm not going to use it, but I'll show you how to use it when we get to that point. Okay, we've got the towel. We are going to start with a simple warm-up, so let me get my timer going. Let's see. Hold on. All right, so have that towel nearby. Okay, and we're gonna start with just a simple roll down. Okay, so feet just underneath those hips, just like we started last class, okay? You wanna find that nice alignment, parallel toes, all 10 toes shining forward. You're gonna bring those arms up and overhead. This is a good place to start to think about your breath. So a nice big inhale to start, growing long through the crown of the head. Wrap those shoulder blades down and around the ribs. You're gonna exhale as you nod the chin, rounding the spine. We're rolling one vertebrae at a time all the way down towards the floor. Pausing at the bottom, finding length through the back line of the leg. Keeping your heels down on the floor, keeping those toes glued down as well. Softly bend that right knee. Switch and softly bend that left knee. Switching back to that right knee. Alternating those little knee bends. Feeling a deeper stretch through the straight leg, through the back line of that straight leg. Melting down over the front line of the body. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. You've got 2. Good, on the next one, both legs are straight. You're gonna inhale as you roll one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow, all the way up to start. Bringing those arms back up overhead, lengthening through the crown of the head, wrapping those shoulder blades around the ribs. Exhale as you nod that chin, rounding the spine. One vertebrae at a time, we come down towards the floor. Hopefully this time we're a little bit closer to the floor, keeping those knees as straight as possible. We're gonna softly bend that right knee. Softly bend that left knee. We're here for 4. Good, last 3. Good, you've got 2. Good, the next time those legs are nice and straight, you're gonna inhale as you roll and one vertebrae at a time. We're rolling and stacking the vertebrae. Head and shoulders are the last thing to roll up. Good, okay. We're gonna take a nice plie position, so feet are more than shoulder width distance apart, toes are turned out at a 45-degree angle. From here, we're gonna bring those arms up and overhead as we find a nice deep plie. So you wanna think about opening up the inner thigh over your second toe. Okay, so find that alignment and find that stretch and that length. Your tailbone drops straight down to the floor. So in a plie, you wanna find that nice tall torso, okay? We're not tilting forward. You wanna stay upright, okay? So you're in that nice tall position, tailbone dripping down towards the floor, both arms are up and overhead. We're gonna go for that around the world, that little side flexion. So you're gonna inhale as you arc up and over to the right, rounding and rolling through center, arcing to the left, and back up through middle. Go ahead and switch directions, arcing up and over, finding length as you roll through this movement. Good, we're not crunching the body. We're trying to lengthen and lift. So think about that pointy object under your waist. You're rolling up and over that pointy object, staying low in your plie. We're gonna go one more to the left, inhaling up and over, finding length. Belly button is up and in. And all the way back up through center, guys, really nice. Okay, so we should feel a little bit warm, a little bit more mobility through the spine. Grab your towel, okay? So, you got that little hand towel. That towel is gonna come underneath your right foot, okay? Underneath your right toes. So you've got your left foot down on the floor, nice and flat. Right toes are on that towel. We're gonna start with a curtsy lunge, okay? So hands are gonna come onto the hips. Feel for those hip bones. You want those hip bones shining straight forward. We're gonna exhale as we bend the left knee, sending our right foot behind us. You wanna think about your right kneecap lining up behind your left kneecap, okay? Staying tall. You're gonna inhale as you rise back up, sending that right leg out to the side. Go ahead and exhale, bend that left knee, sending that right foot behind you. And then you're inhaling all the way back up. Exhale as you lower. Now as you lower down, take a moment and check out where your left kneecap is. That left kneecap needs to be lining up with first and second toe. Okay, that's really important for the health and safety of your knee. Inhale as you rise back up. Exhale as you lower. Belly button is always up and in. I have that nice strong core. Good. Sliding. Now if you're on that carpet, you have a paper plate instead of the towel, right? So you're just able to slide. There's not a lot of weight through that right foot. Okay, your left foot is grounded, nice and flat on the floor. All 5 toes stay nice and flat. Good, you guys. Good. We've got 4 more just like this. 4 more, full range of motion. That right kneecap lines up behind my left shin. Coming all the way back up. Last 3. Going nice and slow. Good. Last 2. Good. Really sitting into that left hip. Good. On this next one, you're going to be holding. So we're going to take it down and we're going to hold. Okay, so left kneecap. Line it up with big toe, second toe. You've got a lot of engagement through the left glute. Right foot is light. Okay, from here, you're going to take a little pulse. Little 1 inch up and 1 inch down. 1 inch up and 1 inch down. I want you to feel the engagement from the center of that left glute. Okay, that little lift and lower. Tiny little pulse. Back leg, it straightens just a bit. It straightens just a bit. You're lifting 1 inch up and 1 inch down. Tiny little engagement, nice and intense. I'm sure you feel that on the quad. Belly button is up and in. You're here for 6. Whew. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. Good, you guys. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. We're coming into 1 more hold. On your next one, you're gonna hold it nice and low. Back knees dripping down towards the floor. You've got that alignment still on that front knee. Bring your hands into prayer position. We're gonna inhale as we rotate towards the left leg, and then we're gonna exhale back to center. You're gonna inhale, rotate your right ribs towards your left inner thigh. Okay, exhale back to start. Inhale, rotate. Exhale back. That inhale as you rotate is important because that's allowing your spine some space to grow taller, to twist. Inhale as you rotate. Exhale through center. I know it's burning through that left side. Inhale. Exhale through center. We've got 4 more. Inhale, rotate. Good. Exhale through center. Inhale for 3 more. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Holding strong. Exhale and bring it all the way back up. Woo! Give that leg a little bit of shake, okay? We're gonna come into some mermaid work now. So you can just toss your towel down to the side. We're gonna need it for the rest of the workout, but not for this part. Okay, so mermaid. For this one, your right leg is gonna hook in front of you, okay? Your back leg, your left leg, is gonna hook behind you. Now this is where those tight hip flexors can come into play. So if this is a tough position for you, grab your throw pillow and you're just gonna sit on it. It's gonna bring you up off the floor a little bit. My pillow is pretty squishy, so that didn't help that much, but it'll lift you up. You wanna lift yourself up a little from center to be able to get more range of motion there. So if you need the pillow, grab the pillow. If not, just toss it to the side. Okay, you've got the right leg hooked in front, back leg hooked, left leg hooked behind you. From here, we're gonna bring those arms out into a T. So you wanna find that nice tall spine, okay? Length through center, wrapping those shoulder blades around the ribs, draw that belly button up and in, and we're gonna start with just some simple side bends. You're gonna take your right forearm, bring it down to the floor, and lift up and over for a nice length and stretch. Good, keeping your left inner thigh on the floor. Coming back up to that T position, lengthen and lifting over to the left. That should feel pretty nice through the right waistline. Exhale back to center in that T. Inhale, lengthen and reach as your right forearm comes to the floor. Finding length through those left fingertips. Really reach. Good, and come back up. Lengthening and reaching over to the left. Find that stretch through the right waistline. That feels amazing in my body, so hopefully that feels good in yours. Good, on the next one, you're gonna come back through center. Okay, we're gonna bring that right forearm down now. You want the right elbow underneath the right shoulder, palm or fingertips facing forward. You're gonna take that left leg now, we're gonna bring it out to the side. Okay, so a nice straight leg. You want your left hip stacked on top of your right hip, okay? From here, we're gonna take that left leg, we're gonna point those toes, and we're just gonna give a little lift and a little lower. A little lift and a little lower. Tiny little lift. Good, I'm going about 3 inches up and back down. Now what I don't want you to do, nothing changes with the upper body, okay? That stays nice and stable. You want that elbow falling right underneath the shoulder. You're staying lifted out of that right shoulder. Okay, so the shoulder girdle's nice and stable. Those hips stay stacked and my belly button is up and in, so nothing is changing at my hips. As you bring that leg up, you don't want to shorten the waistline, okay? You want to keep that left waistline nice and long. Lots of length on the right, lots of length on the left. Good, little lift, little lower. We're always shooting for as much length as possible, okay? So really think about lengthening through the crown of the head, far away from that tailbone. Good, tiny little lift and lower. Good, you're here for 6. Good, you're here for 5. Last 4. Good, you've got 3. Last 2. Good, on the next one, you're gonna hold it right there. We're gonna take that left leg now, we're gonna draw little circles. Little tiny circles. Doesn't matter which direction you go, because we're gonna do both. So drawing little circles. Now these little circles are not coming from your ankle or your toes. I want you to think about drawing the circle from the top of your hip, okay? Little circles from the top of the hip. You're here for 4. Starts to get a little shaky, right? You're here for 3. Staying lifted out of that right shoulder. You're here for 2. Good, let's switch directions on that circle. Take it the other way. So if you were going back, let's take it forward. Good, little tiny movement. So we're finding movement of the femur bone in that hip socket. That's what's happening here. So that's one of the most fluid joints, right? That ball and socket joint. So you want to find mobility within that hip. That's really important, and that's what we're doing here. So we're lubricating that hip socket. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. Keeping that core nice and tight. Last 2. Good, on your next one, you're gonna hold that leg right there. Let's take that left leg now and we're gonna sweep it forward and then sweep it back. Sweeping it forward and then sweeping it back. Now remember, nothing changes with those hips. We've got my left hip stacked right on top of my right hip. It's gonna stay just like that as I do this movement. Good. Now as you bring that leg back, find a little engagement from the back line of the leg, right where that glute meets the hamstring. So bring that leg just slightly behind the midline of your body. Find that little kickback, that little extra reach. Reaching that inner thigh right out the big toe. Good, you guys. Good, you're here for 4 more. Good, keeping that ankle at the same height as the hip. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. Good. On this next one, you're going to bring that leg forward to a 45-degree angle. Okay, 45-degree angle. My ankle is still the same height as my hip. Not rolling back. I'm staying lifted out of that right shoulder. Give me a little swivel of that left leg. So we're going to internally rotate, and then we're going to go all the way to external. Internally rotate, all the way to external rotation. So again, it's the femur bone in the hip that's swiveling that entire leg in the hip socket, okay? So you want to think about that leg like a skewer, right? We're toasting all sides. You want to get all sides nice and toasty. Good, feel pretty shaky already, right? You're here for 6. Good, last 5. We're going back to mermaid, in 4. Whew. Last 3. Good, you've got 2, hang in there, hang in there. And last 1. Nice, you guys. Bring it all the way back up into mermaid. So left leg hooks behind you. My right leg is still in front of me, okay? We're going to bring those arms now. Palms are going to come down around your right knee. Down around your right knee in front of you, okay? So your torso is angled at the angle. We're going to take that left leg now and keeping the knee bent, we're going to lift from the hip. So it's not going to be big. It's a little pickup and a lower. A pickup and a lower. So you're picking up that left inner thigh off the floor. Okay, so you want to aim to get that kneecap maybe 1 inch off the floor, maybe 2 inches off the floor. Good, that range of motion and that flexibility through the hip is different for everybody. Okay, that the shape of that socket is different for everybody. So your range of motion a lot of times is dependent on that and the bones. Good, finding that little lift. Whew. Core is always tight. Good, you're here for 4. Good, last 3. Good, you guys, last 2. On your next one, you're gonna hold it up there. Okay, hold it up. Flex your foot. And now you're gonna take that left heel and you're gonna press it behind you and back. Press it behind you and back. Press it behind and back. It should feel shaky. Your hip should feel tired. I want you to feel this in the left glute. Okay, so you're sending that heel behind you. Find that range of motion. We're not going to be here forever. I know it burns, but really find that range of motion there. Good, stay with me. The more you can fight past the burn, that stronger you're going to get. You're here for 6. Good, last 5. Good, you've got 4. Last 3. Whew. You've got 2. Good, on the next one, you're gonna hold it back at start. Keep that leg off the floor. Let's swivel that left leg forward. Tap your sitting bone down. And then let's swivel that leg back to mermaid. Don't put the leg down, okay? Keep the leg lifted. Tap the sitting bone. And then swivel the leg back to mermaid. Bring it forward. Tap. That knee can be slightly bent. That's totally fine. And then bring it back to a hooked position. Sweeping forward, tapping my left sitting bone, and then wrapping it back. Good, you're here for 4 more, just like that. Good, last 3. Finding mobility through that hip. Last 2. Sweeping and tapping. Good, this is my last one. And bring it all the way down, guys. So good, so good. All right, we're gonna come into some plank work. So grab that towel now. We're gonna stay with the left side. My towel's a little bit bigger, so I'm folding it up. Okay, so we're gonna come into a plank. You're gonna have those hands directly underneath the shoulders, okay? The towel is under your left palm. You wanna find a plank position now. So we're gonna send those feet behind us so we're in that nice long plank position. Feet can be about hip width distance apart, okay? From here, we're gonna take that left hand and we're gonna slide it out at a 45-degree angle and then bring it back in. We're gonna inhale, slide and find length. Exhale, drag it back. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it back. So you're taking that arm out to a 45-degree angle. It does not have to be big. Mine's pretty small. I'm only going out about 4 inches or so. And then bring it back. You want to be able to hold organization through the body, okay? So my plank is not moving. I'm holding it strong. You're lengthening out of that left waistline. Holding stable, keeping that right hand under the shoulder. You're here for 4 more. Whew. You've got 3. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Bring it in. Hold your plank. Don't let it go. Not yet. Now we're going to take that right foot and we're going to lift it about 3 inches off the floor, point to toe. Okay, right foot is off. You're going to take that left hand and now you're going to draw little circles. Little circles. Nothing big, like you're wax on, wax off, right? Wax on, wax off on that hardwood floor, okay? Or tile or whatever you're on. Holding it strong. You're here for 6. Whew, you're here for 5. Stay with me, guys. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. You've got 2. And bring it all the way down. Whew, okay. Take that towel. Let's put it under our feet now. Okay, so we're gonna still be in a plank position. So, hands are gonna come down. You're gonna take that towel under both toes. Now, take your left toes, hopefully you guys can see me. Take your left toes and cross them in front of your right toes. Okay, so my ankles are crossed. Now, naturally, my hips wanna turn. So let your hips twist so that they're open to the right side. Okay, so my hips are twisted, my left hip is pointing down towards the floor. Okay, my plank is still nice and strong. Now, from here, you're gonna exhale as you pike the hips up, level out the hips, okay? And then as they come back down, you twist back to your start. Pike, level out the hips, and then lengthen and twist. Pike, level out your hips, lengthen and twist. Okay, so you're finding your low belly, inner thighs are touching, they connect up and into your low belly to find that pike. You've got 4 more. Stay with me, you guys. We're not here forever. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Find that twist at the bottom. Last 1. Good. Lengthen all the way back down. Stay there. You're twisted. Pull your knees in. Bend those knees in towards your right elbow and back out. Bend them in. Send them out. Good. Try to keep those knees together. Good. You're here for 6. Last 5. You've got 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And send it all the way out, guys. Woo, so good. All right, we'll give ourselves a break from the planks. We're gonna sit into teaser. So now if you want a mat or a carpet underneath you for this, that's completely fine. You're gonna be on your tailbone, so find a position that's comfortable. You're gonna sit down. Your towel is gonna come underneath your heels, okay? So you're gonna bring your heels on top of the towel. Now, there's 2 versions of this, okay? You can do teaser and you can have your forearms down the whole time we work, okay? Now, if you want a little bit more aggressive movement, you can come up into that teaser hold, okay? So either hands off the floor or forearms down, nice and light, propping you up, your choice, okay? I'm gonna bring my hands into prayer at my chest center, okay? From here, my core is engaged. My legs are long, my heels are on the towel. We're gonna pull both knees to the chest. So we're gonna exhale, knees come in. Inhale, send the legs long. Exhale, knees come in. Inhale, send it out. Now as the knees come in, I'm finding that pull and that lift in my low belly. I'm not sinking into my low back. I'm staying flat there. I'm staying lifted out of my low back. Good. Abs should feel pretty shaky right from the get-go on this. Good. You're here for 4 more. Good. Last 3. We're going to go single leg. Into. Good, you guys. On the next one, those legs are long. Either forearms are down or hands are in prayer, your choice. Okay, keep your right heel on the towel, lift your left leg out nice and straight. So your left leg is hovering off the floor, right heel on the towel. Pull that right knee in, inhale, send it out. Exhale, pull it in, inhale, send it out. Good, a little pull, and then a release. Little pull, and then a release. Good, you're here for 4. Good, last 3. Good, engaging that core. Last 2. On the next one, you're gonna hold that right knee in. Hold it in. Let's twist the torso now. We're gonna twist to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, back to center. Keep your palms at chest center or your forearms are down. Either way, you're just taking that little twist through the torso. You're here for 4. Whew. Good, last 3, breathe through this. Last 2, and last 1. And bring it all the way back. Okay, take those legs long. Sit up for a second, give yourself a little moment if you need to. Come back into that teaser position. So either forearms are down or you've got your hands in prayer. We're gonna do that other leg right away. So keep your left heel down, right leg is hovering off the floor. You're going to exhale, bend that left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, take it long. You want to get your left thigh close to your chest. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale, take it out. Good, you've got 4. Good, last 3. I'm getting pretty shaky. Good. Last 2. On the next one, you're gonna hold it in, hold it in. Let's twist that torso. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, back to start. Inhale, twist. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, twist. Keep that left heel nice and light on the towel for 4. Whew. Good, last 3. Whew. You've got 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way in, you guys. Whew, so good, so good, so good. All right, we're gonna do a single leg squat before we go on to that other side. So coming back up, you're gonna take that towel now. It's gonna come underneath your right foot. So we're gonna continue to work with that left leg, okay? Left foot is down, right foot, right toes are on the towel. Okay, so from here, we're gonna take a lateral lunge. Okay, so it's a single leg squat on that left leg. You're basically gonna bend that left knee, send the right leg out to the side, and then inhale, back up. Exhale, bend that left knee, send that right foot out. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, left knee lines up with big toe, second toe. I'm sending my left glute back. Inhale, up. Good, exhale as you lower, send that left sits bone right back behind you. Let your torso naturally tilt. Inhale, back up. Now, my torso only tilts because I reach so far with my sits bone. I don't want to see you tilt and then get into it, okay? The tilt is a natural occurrence in the body with those bone rhythms. Okay, so the tilt shouldn't be extreme. I want you to hold the core tight. Good, last 2 here in this full range of motion. My right toes are light. Good, you guys. On the next one, you're gonna hold. Hold that squat low. Good, now from here, you're gonna take those right toes. We're gonna sweep it forward and sweep it behind you. So a little semicircle. Sweeping it forward. Good, I'm in that squat on the left leg, and I'm doing a little semicircle with my right. Good, sweeping it out and around. Whew, you feel that sweat dripping, right? Hopefully you can't see it on camera. Good, sweep that right leg out and around. Again, mobility through that hip socket. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, you guys, last 1. Hold it out to the side on this one. Hold it right there. My right knee pulls in. Send it all the way back out. Pull the right knee in. I know it burns on the left, guys. Stay with me. Send it out. Right knee pulls in. My toes are nice and light on those on that towel. Toes are nice and light. Good, I'm grounded and bent through my left knee. You've got 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. On the next one, you're gonna hold that right leg long. Give me a little pulse. Just a little pulse. Little pulse on that right side. Whew, my right quad is burning. Good, stay with me. Find that lift through the sits bone for 6. Whew, for 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1, guys. Bring it on up. Nice job, nice job. All right, we're gonna take that other side right away before I take you through and back through the planks, okay? So, right foot is down. Left toes are on that towel, nice and light, okay? Grounded through that right leg. Right away, I'm gonna take that full range of motion squat. So, exhale, bend that right knee, send my right sits bone back, left leg goes out long, and then I inhale back up to start. Exhale, lower and reach with your right sits bone. Inhale back up. Core is tight as I tilt and I reach with my right sits bone, goes straight back. Inhale up, my left leg goes straight out to the side and then back up. Whew, good, you guys, good, good, good. Try to relax those toes. You're here for 4. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good, on the next one you're gonna hold. Hold that right leg bent. Your right sits bone's reaching back. Core is tight. Let's take those semicircles. Left leg sweeps forward, around and back. Good, all the way around and forward, around and back. Okay, now your circle does not have to be this big. If you want to find just a small little circle, again, dependent on your mobility through that hip, your range of motion may be different, and that's okay. Okay, I want you to feel that stability through the right side. Good. Core is tight. My core is what's keeping me stable, okay? If I was to let that go, all this work would change. It wouldn't be driving from the powerhouse at the center anymore, and that's where I want it to come from. You're here for 4. Last 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. Good, on the next one, hold that left leg out to the side. From here, we're gonna take that knee pull. Left knee pulls in. Inhale, send it back out. Exhale, pull it in. Left waistline pulls it in. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, pull and reach up and in. That left femur bone comes up and into the hip when I pull it in. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, pull it up and in. Good, inhale, send it out. Right leg is just holding. I know it burns. You're here for 4. Last 3. Stay with me, you guys. Good. Last 2. We've got those pulses. Good. On the next one, hold that left leg long. Little pulse. Little pulse. Good. Try to take it out of the quad and send it into your sits bone. Find the lift from the sits bone. Right sits bone works. Good. You're here for 4. Actually, it's 6, right? For 5. I think I did 6 on the other one. For 4. Whew. For 3. Good. Last 2. And pull it up and in. Nice job, you guys. So good. All right, let's go into those planks on the other side, okay? So, it took us a little out of order because I forgot that single leg squat first time around. So, there's a little back to back right there. All right, so let's come into that plank. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, okay? Find your breath. Send those legs out behind you nice and long, okay? So right away, we're gonna think about lifting up out of the shoulder complex, right? Giving that little space between the shoulder blades. Draw that belly button up and in. My core is tight here. From here, right hand goes out to a 45-degree angle. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. If it needs to be just 1 inch out and in, make it 1 inch out and in. Guys, it doesn't have to be big.
It doesn't have to be big. I'd rather you hold your form than sacrifice form to get the mobility or to get the range. That's not as important. Your form is critical here. Keeping that core engaged. You've got 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Cleaning the floor. Good. On your next one, you're gonna hold it underneath you. We're gonna take that left leg now, and we're gonna reach it up and back. My left toes are pointed. We're gonna do that little wax on, wax off, okay? Little circles on the floor with that right hand. Whew. Little tiny circles. Hold your form, keep that core engaged, draw that belly button up and in. Remember, this doesn't last forever. You're here for 6. Whew. Last 5. Good, you're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And go ahead and bring those knees down. Oh, so good, you guys, so good. All right, let's do that mermaid work, other side, okay? So, you don't need your towel for this part, so throw it down to the side. Your left leg is gonna hook in front of you, okay? So left leg in front, right leg is hooked behind me. My left foot is somewhere around the front of my right thigh, just so you guys can get an idea. It'll be different for everybody, but again, if you need the pillow for a little bit of lift, for tight hip flexors, grab that pillow, okay? All right, from here, taking those arms out in a nice T position. We're gonna take that left forearm down, finding a nice long reach through those right fingertips. We're gonna inhale back up. Exhale, take it down to the right side, feeling a nice stretch through the left waistline. Good, bringing it back up. Left forearm comes down, reaching and lengthening those right fingertips away from the right knee. And then back up. Exhale, up and over for that left side stretch. And back to center. Okay, from here, that left forearm is gonna come down to the floor. You want your left elbow underneath your left shoulder, fingertips pointing straight forward. You're gonna take that right leg out nice and long. My right hand is on my right hip bone. Okay, from here, we're gonna take those little leg lifts. Little 3 inches up and down. It's not huge. I want you to feel the movement come from the top side of that right hip. Okay, so my leg is parallel. My toes are facing forward. My kneecap is shining forward. And I'm lifting from the top of the hip. My core is tight. I've got lots of length on my right waistline as well as my left waistline, and I'm lifted out of that left shoulder. Okay, tiny little lifts and lowers. Keeping that right hip stacked on top of the left hip, not rolling back or sitting into this. You don't want to be back here. You want to be stacked with those hips and lifted. Good, you're here for 4 more. Good, for 3. Good, last 2. Good, on the next one, you're gonna hold it right there. Ankle's the same height as the hip. From here, we're gonna draw little circles. Little circles, doesn't matter which direction you choose. We're gonna go the other way as well. So just pick a direction and go with it. Remember, these little circles, they're coming from the femur bone in the hip. So all the way up here at the top of the leg draws the circle. Good, you're here for 4. Super shaky already, you're here for 3. Good, last 2. Let's take that leg now and switch directions. Switch directions of your circle. Good, little mobility through that hip socket. Ball and socket joint, those are our most mobile joints. Good, shoulder is the only other one we have. So really find that fluidity and that mobility in there for 4. Good, last 3. Whew, last 2. Good, stay with me, you guys. Hold it right there. Let's sweep. Let's take that right leg forward and bring it all the way back. Ooh, and I can feel myself collapsing. I'm gonna reset there. Okay, take that right leg forward and bring it all the way back. I'm super shaky on this side, you guys. All the way forward and bring it all the way back. Find that little kickback. Engage the glute and the hamstring. Sweep it forward. Good, sweep it back. Core is always engaged, but the glute and hamstring check in at the back. Good, and then we sweep it forward. Inhale, lengthen and kick back. Good, you guys, you're here for 4. Whew. Last 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. Good. On the next one, you're gonna sweep it to that 45-degree angle. Guys, this is it. I know it burns. Let's swivel. Internal to external. Internal to external. The rotation is coming from the top of the hip. Think about that leg like a skewer now and find the rotation there. Good. I know it's shaky. I know it burns. Keep that ankle high, same height as the hip. Try not to sit back. You're here for 4. Last 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. And bring it all the way in. Okay, back to mermaid. Okay, so stay in that position. That left leg is still hooked in front of you. Right leg is hooked behind you. Okay, from here, both palms are gonna come down onto each side of that left knee. So on either side, we have a palm resting on the floor. From here, we're gonna stay tall out of the chest though, nice flat back. We're not gonna round over the leg. We're gonna stay lifted. You're gonna take that right knee now, and we're gonna lift it off the floor, keeping the knee bent. So a little lift and lower. A little lift and lower. Little lift, little lower. Good. Now, dependent here, range of motion is different for everyone. Try to get that knee just a little bit off the floor, okay? You want to think about lifting again from the top of the hip, keeping the knee and shin, inner thigh parallel to the floor, okay? So like if I had a tray on the top side of your leg, it would be nice and steady as you lifted that leg up. Good, you're here for 4, for 3, good, for 2. Good, on the next one, you're gonna hold it up, flex your right foot, and now let's send that heel behind you. Send it behind you. Good, and back, behind and back. My knee is off the floor, my leg is hovering, and I'm pushing that heel back, okay? It's coming from the top side of the hip, but as I get that heel, my foot is flexed. So as I get that heel behind me, I feel the glute engage, okay? Good, little reach, little extension. Good, you're here for 6. Whew. For 5. Good, last 4. We're gonna do that swivel forward in 3. Good, core is still engaged. Last 2, I'm shaking like a leaf. Good, on the next one, we're gonna sweep that leg forward, tap the right sits bone down, and then sweep it back to mermaid. Never let that right leg touch the floor. Okay, sweep it back, touch your sitting bone, and then swivel it back. Good, so you're swiveling forward, tap the sitting bone, that's gonna level out the pelvis, and then you're gonna sweep that leg back to mermaid. Swiveling it forward, tap, and then swiveling it back. Good, you've got 4 more just like this. We're almost there, you guys. Good. Good, last 2. And this is the last one. And bring it all the way forward, guys. So good. All right, let's do that curtsy work. We got that curtsy work on the other side, the same way we started class, okay? So the towel's on the floor. My right foot is gonna be down. My left toes are on the towel, okay? So from here, we got that left leg out to the side just a bit. Right foot's nice and grounded. My hands are gonna go on my hips, both hip bones shining straight forward. Core is nice and tight. We're gonna bend the right knee as we send the left foot behind us. You wanna think about your left knee coming right to the center of your right shin. And then coming all the way back up on that inhale. Exhale, bend that right knee. Right knee aligns with big toe, second toe, okay? Just in front of that ankle, and then coming all the way back up. Exhale, find that curtsy. Inhale, bring it up. And I'm so shaky now on this side that I feel like I'm fighting with my form. So don't be worried about how slow you need to move here. I want you guys to find the right alignment, and your form is most important.
okay? Inhale to rise. Exhale as you lower. Good, core stays tight. Inhale as you rise up. We've got 4 more, and then we're gonna come onto that hold. You've got 3. Good, last 2. Good, you guys. On the next one, you're gonna hold. Let's hold that right knee bent, okay? Right knee's bent, left leg, left leg is behind us. From here, you're gonna take that little pulse, that little lift, that little lower, okay? It's coming right from the center of that right glute, okay? My back toes are light. I'm grounded through the front foot, okay? Find that little pulse, that little lift and lower. Good. Core is super, super tight. Good, you're here for 6. Good, last 5. You've got 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, on the next one, you're gonna hold it bent, keeping it low. Take your hands to prayer. We're gonna inhale as we rotate to the right. Exhale back through center. Think about a swivel from your waistline, okay? It's a twist from your waist. Everything else stays nice and sturdy, okay? I want you to think about your left ribs twisting towards your right inner thigh. Find that twist, that reach. Reach those left ribs in towards the center of the body, and then back. Good, this is it, you guys. You're here for 6. Whew. You're here for 5. Good, last 4. You've got 3. Good, last 2. And bring it all the way back up, guys. So good, so good. Take a little shake out. Shake out those legs. Find that little release. We're gonna just end with some plies through center, okay? So no more need for that towel. Taking those feet nice and wide, a little bit more than shoulder width distance apart. Feet are nice and flat on the floor. From here, we're gonna inhale as we bring those arms up and overhead, bending at the knees, opening up those inner thighs, coming back up to straight. Good, bending, opening up those inner thighs, and back up. Good, exhaling as you lower down. Inhaling as you rise through center. Exhale, opening those knees up over your second toe. Good, tailbone dropping straight down to the floor. Finding that release through both sides of the hip now. Whew, work those hips pretty heavy today. Finding a lot of mobility there. Good. That can be pretty tight, especially when we sit a lot. So it's kind of good to really work through there. Good, last 4. Good, you guys, last 3. Last 2. On the next one, you're gonna hold it low, holding it right there. Let's take those arms up and over to the left. Find a lengthening reach out of that right side body. Exhale back through center. Inhale up and over to the right. Finding that stretch, finding that release. Good, exhale through center one more time to the left. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Reach through the crown of your head. Good, exhale back through center. One more time over to the right. Exhaling back through center. Bring those arms down and you are all done. You guys, give those legs a nice little shake. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you have any comments about the workout, you can always post them below this video on the Facebook page. I always love hearing your comments. So if you have any thoughts, things you'd like to see next time, my next class is going to be a HIIT workout on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Body weight HIIT, so no props needed. More cardio, more heart rate, upping that heart rate a bit. So Pilates will happen again on Sunday with me. I think there's some others sprinkled in there as well. And again, if you have thoughts, things you want to see, let me know, drop me a line. I'd love to hear it, okay guys? Anyway, have a beautiful Tuesday night and I will see you soon. Awesome job, you guys.